running today. There are thorns everywhere. Ow! Thorns everywhere going to my butt. Ah. But I want to show you this tortoise. Ow! I want to show you this tortoise. Come here, buddy. Ah. Now I got thorns everywhere in me. But that's alright. Let's get it out of here. There it comes. Whew. I'm gonna tell you what, these thorns. There you are. It's feeling quite cold. It's because it's been in the shadows here. Now this right here would be called a leopard tortoise. Now the leopard tortoise is a very common turtle here in southern Africa. And now this would be like a big specimen. Usually you can find like smaller ones, but these ones here, they are not even like fully grown, so they still grow a little bit bigger. So but that would still be considered like more an average size for a leopard tortoise. Now it's just trying to figure out what's going on here, taking the head inside and out. And now check this out, when I'm coming from above, boom, goes in. You see that? The legs also go in. And now when I come here, I only feel the shell. There's no way, if there would be a predator now trying to jump, I showed from the side here, there was to be a predator coming now. There you go. Tom, I want to show you how you defend yourself, buddy. Stay inside, come on. No, it doesn't feel threatened. But now imagine there's like a predator coming here and trying to jump. You know, there's no way he can hit the head or something. And I was just trying to get out of my way. So as I said, they actually have like nerve endings in their shell. And the shell itself is actually... The shell itself is actually part of their spine. So the spine actually goes along here. And then these things started to evolve out of the spine. So what you see here are actually external parts of their spine that they have. And if the turtle dies and you actually look on the inside of the shell, you will see the vertebrates, they are like attached to this. So basically these are the vertebrates of a tortoise. They're just growing all around it to protect this animal. And that's of course mainly meant for protecting the tortoise. So if there's some animal coming trying to bite it, boom, you know, there's nothing happening. And even a crocodile, if you would try to crush this turtle, will have a really hard time to crush it. But usually the teeth will just penetrate through here and just crack the shell. Another bite, it's all gone. Wild animals, these crocodiles, you know. If you want to be afraid of reptiles, don't be afraid of snakes, you know. Be afraid of crocodiles, because they are going to snap this little tortoise in half, and also us, because we're on the menu. So now I don't even put it back because it likes to eat here. Absolutely undisturbed, beautiful. That's how we want it, right? We don't want to disturb wildlife. Now it's feeling happy. See how it's eating. I'm gonna help you there. What's actually the difference between a turtle and a tortoise? Well, turtles mainly live in water, while tortoises exclusively live on land. And then we also have terrapins, which equally live in water and on land. For example, the African marsh terrapin. The dorsal scales there. I'm onto one. This right here is the Mozambique Spitting Cobra, a very common snake in southern Africa and highly venomous. Not only can it give me a fatal bite, but it can also spit its venom. And if this venom gets into my eyes, it might as well make me go blind. And here it is, it's calm, because I'm calm. And you see, when the cobras don't feel threatened, they do not even form a hood. And nor do they even spit their venom. Now this one right here is called a spitting cobra because obviously it can spit its venom, but we usually don't say they spit. We rather say they squirt their venom. And it's like from one of those spray bottles, you know. So you can like squirt the venom through their fangs. And then it will be like tiny little particles of venom through the air, and they will always get into your eyes. So it's not like two distinct lines into your eyes, it's rather like tiny little particles of venom, like those spray balls everywhere, and they will always hit your eyes and your entire face and upper body. When it gets onto our skin, it has basically no effect at all, because venom has to be envenomated into your bloodstream. If you drink venom, if it gets into my mouth and I swallow, also has no effect at all, because remember, it has to be injected into your bloodstream. The only place where it can actually affect you are in your eyes, because there our body's tissue is much different, and then the venom will destroy your eyes, because it's mainly a cytotoxic venom, which is cell destroying. So if it bites me, basically it has the same effect as a pufferhead, and of course they can bite, right? this snake here can bite, just like a puff adder, has like a cytotoxic venom. And the reason why they can squirt or spit their venom is because the opening is in the front of their fangs. So usually they have the opening at the tip of their fang, so the venom comes out that way. The spitting cobras, they have their opening here, so the venom goes through the fang, out like this. Alright, so now it's looking at me, trying to figure out what's going on, and it's a very calm specimen, very typical color, and in fact this right here might seem like a small snake to you, and in fact it is. So the Mozambique Spitting Cobra is quite a small cobra, and they are always be found in this typical color, so they don't come in multiple colorations like some other snakes. They usually have this brown coloration here, and the skin, you can see the skin in between the scales is pitch black. I'm gonna bring it nicely in front of the camera so you can have a better look there. If you can zoom in, I don't know if that's going to work. Just balance on here nicely. And it's a chunky snake, really nice and chunky. Whoa, there he goes. You alright? My name is Lars, aka LB, and I have a very important message to all of my viewers. I am a reptile expert, venomous snake handler, and I'm a trained professional. Still, I'm far from being safe. When dealing with wild animals, anything can happen at any time. I urge all of my viewers to never try to approach or handle any potentially dangerous wildlife. Please don't copy or reenact anything you see here on LB Wildlife. There he goes. You alright? You see, even though it's falling off the stick, it's not getting agitated, it's completely calm. Now look at the belly right here in the upper part, like the ventral scales we call them. They have like a pink color, like a salmon pink color. Beautiful. So when they actually stand up and form this hood to intimidate us, that is what you're gonna see, this pink color. It's like a warning color, almost like red. And snakes are not monsters, you know. In fact, with any snake, even the black mamba, they would all behave like this. If you don't hurt them, don't squeeze them, don't threaten them, they will always be nice and cool and calm. Because snakes, they're not out to bite us. Why? Because the venom is first of all meant for digesting food. Could you just give me like the hook stick there or something? Thank you. I was just trying to adjust here to a hook stick. So it's gonna be in better control here. There you go. It's much better. Now look at the color here on the ground now. Trying to get the scrap stick out of the way here. And see how it's just looking around the ground. It's very, very cryptic, very hard to see. So it's very well blending in with its environment. So it's really hard to actually spot a Mozambique Spitting Cobra. And like all snakes, when you see them and you detect them, their scales are not wet or even slimy. What you see is just a reflection of sun on their scales that is making the snake look like wet or slimy or something, but it's absolutely not. Now these guys here, they have huge amounts of venom. They can spit multiple times, they can bite you multiple times, no problem at all. They have enough venom, and if untreated, they can cause death. So this snake here is classified as highly venomous. In fact, one bite is far enough to kill a human being by cell destruction. So if you get bitten, as I said with the puff adder, let's say in the arm, because you try to be a hero and neck it behind the head, what's going to happen, your arm is going to swell 3 times the size. Just try to readjust here nicely. And then flesh will just start to fall off. So you're gonna steal your own bone after a couple of days, and the way you die is because of either bacteria infection or because of shock, because of the immense pain. So this pain here is extreme. It's like if you put your arm into boiling water. Extremely painful. So people die because of shock of the pain, and also due to the fact that they start to see their own bones. And this snake here does cause death. Not anywhere near the amount like the puff adder, because this one here does get out of your way quick usually. Now what they eat here in this area, I would say mainly frogs and toads, because we have the water just over this termite mound here. So lots of water means lots of food like frogs, toads, but they also prey on birds, mice, and maybe even smaller rats. So that's what they eat actually. And they have those front fixed fangs, like really tiny fangs on the front of the mouth that do not pierce through my boot probably, but they will still be able to deliver a fatal amount of venom if it enters your skin. Now a beautiful snake is just trying to get out of my way. Now I will actually let it go and let's see what it does out here, so we can show the true behavior of this snake here, how it is acting. So I'm just gonna try to get this out of my way here. And now, like most snakes, they react to movement. This is why I'm moving very slowly, very steady. And you can also see how I'm holding the tail here. I'm not holding the last tip of the tail. Now I got sweat in my eyes, it's burning. Have to see properly now. I'm holding before the cloaca. So I'm not damaging the reproductive organ. So that's another thing that most people do wrong. And that's why they snakes are always like pissed off and trying to bite, because you're hurting them. You see how I'm holding it nicely before the cloaca. I'm not hurting the snake. Now I will let it go. The cameraman is ready. If it comes your way. And in fact, if a cobra like this comes your way, just stand still. I was just filming for like a BBC documentary, and in fact, like it's not a cobra, it came just straight through my legs because it was just trying to escape. It just came through my legs. I was standing still and I didn't get a bite, you know. So now I will put it here in the open, because they don't want to be in the open. They want to be somewhere where they can hide. Let's go. Let's see what it does. It's looking around, smelling. They smell 10,000 times stronger than us. Now it's confused, doesn't know what's going on, so we'll probably try to slither away slowly. The Mozambique Spitting Cobra. Beautiful snake, and like all snakes, if you leave them alone, they will always leave you alone. Bye bye, buddy. Okay, shit, I'm gonna hold it there for you.